What if I told you the most powerful healing tool on earth isn't found in any pharmacy, doesn't need a prescription, and costs absolutely nothing? And yet, for your whole life, it's been kept from you. This healing method has reversed incurable diseases, dissolved tumors, restored sight, and created miracles that science can't explain. But you'll never hear about it from a doctor. The reason this information has been suppressed is simple. Healthy people don't generate profits. The medical industry thrives on chronic illness, repeat business, and a lifetime of expensive treatments. A healing method that's free and empowers you to heal yourself threatens the very foundation of a trillion-dollar system built on keeping you sick. What you're about to learn challenges everything you've been taught about health, healing, and your body's incredible ability to restore itself. The words I'm going to share with you today have created more spontaneous healings than any drug ever manufactured. But they've been deliberately hidden because they represent something the medical establishment cannot control or monetize. Over a century ago, spiritual teachers discovered that specific words spoken with faith and authority could command the human body to return to perfect health. These teachings predate the modern medical system's chokehold on healing, and the documented cases of miraculous recovery threaten to expose the truth. Your body is designed to heal itself completely when given the right spiritual instructions. The fundamental principle that will revolutionize your health is this: there is no such thing as an incurable disease. Every condition, every illness, every physical challenge is simply a manifestation of your consciousness that can be transformed through the power of the spoken word. Your body isn't a machine that breaks down randomly. It's a perfect reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and the words you speak about your health. Understanding that your body responds to every word you speak about it will completely change your relationship with healing. When you say, "I'm getting sick," your body follows that command. When you declare, "I never get better quickly," your immune system follows those instructions. When you repeatedly say, "I have a bad back," or "I always catch everything going around," you're programming your cells to manifest those exact conditions. But the reverse is equally true and infinitely more powerful. When you speak words of perfect health with unwavering faith, your body has no choice but to align with those declarations. Your cells respond to spiritual authority just as readily as they respond to negative programming, even more so, because health is your natural state. The biblical principle that governs all healing is found in these words: death and life are in the power of the tongue. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a literal spiritual law. Your spoken words carry creative power that can either build up your body or tear it down, create vitality or generate disease, command healing or maintain illness. The medical establishment fears this truth because it places healing power directly in your hands instead of in their control. When you understand that your words can heal your body, you no longer need their permission, their prescriptions, or their expensive interventions to experience perfect health. The first healing declaration that has transformed countless lives is this powerful statement: perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. This affirmation works because it establishes your spiritual authority over your body and claims health as an inheritance rather than something you must earn or deserve. When you speak these words with absolute conviction, you're not hoping for health, you're commanding it. You're not asking your body to heal, you're declaring its return to divine perfection. This shift from pleading to commanding activates healing forces that respond to spiritual authority rather than human desperation. Another transformative healing declaration is, every cell in my body is filled with divine light and life. This statement programs your cellular memory with vitality and perfection. Your cells have consciousness and respond to direct communication. When you speak light and life into your physical being, you're giving your body specific instructions for regeneration and renewal. The most comprehensive healing affirmation that addresses every aspect of your being is, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This declaration encompasses physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual restoration. When spoken with faith, it commands total healing across all levels of your existence. The scientific backing for word-based healing is found in the emerging field of psychoneuroimmunology, which studies how consciousness affects immune function. Research consistently shows that your thoughts and spoken words directly influence your nervous system, hormone production, and cellular repair mechanisms. What scientists are now discovering, spiritual teachers have known for millennia. Take a moment to activate this healing power in your own life. Comment below and declare, "My body heals perfectly and completely." When you write these words, you're not just making a statement or issuing a command to your physical being that it must obey. Your written declaration begins the process of cellular reprogramming and alerts your immune system to activate its full healing potential. The act of writing this healing command creates a spiritual contract between you and divine intelligence that guarantees your body's return to perfect health. Quantum field research reveals that consciousness affects matter at the subatomic level. Your spoken words create vibrational frequencies that directly influence the molecular structure of your cells. When you speak healing words with conviction, you're literally restructuring your physical reality at the most fundamental level. The biblical account of the centurion's servant demonstrates the absolute power of the spoken word to heal from any distance. When the Roman centurion told Jesus that his servant was paralyzed and suffering, Jesus offered to come and heal him personally. But the centurion replied with words that revealed his understanding of spiritual authority. "Lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak the word and my servant will be healed." The centurion understood that healing power operates through spoken declaration rather than physical presence or medical intervention. His faith in the power of words was so complete that he knew a single command could restore perfect health instantly. Jesus was amazed by this level of faith and spoke the healing word immediately. At that exact moment, the servant was completely healed, demonstrating that distance, time, and physical limitations cannot restrict the power of authoritative spiritual declarations when spoken with absolute faith. Another powerful healing declaration is, "My body is the temple of the living God, and it is healed." This affirmation recognizes your physical form as a sacred space that divine intelligence inhabits. When you acknowledge your body as a holy temple, you're calling forth the perfection that belongs to any dwelling place of the divine. You may have been conditioned to speak about your body in ways that reinforce illness and limitation. Phrases like "I'm falling apart," "I'm getting old," "I have bad genetics," or "I'm prone to ... are actually curses you're speaking over your physical form. Every time you describe your body negatively, you're giving it instructions to manifest those conditions. The shift from speaking about your illness to speaking to your body creates an immediate transformation in your healing process. Instead of telling others, "I have arthritis," you speak directly to your joints. "I command you to move freely and without pain." Instead of saying, "I'm diabetic," you declare to your pancreas, "You produce perfect insulin and maintain ideal blood sugar." This direct communication with your body parts and organs activates their consciousness and gives them specific instructions for optimal function. Your liver, kidneys, heart, and every other organ have intelligence and respond to verbal commands when spoken with authority and faith. Dr. Masaru Emoto's groundbreaking water crystal experiments prove that spoken words and intentions directly affect the molecular structure of water. Since your body is approximately 60% water, his research provides scientific validation for how healing words restructure your physical being at the cellular level. Positive words created beautiful, symmetrical crystals, while negative words produced chaotic, fragmented formations. The most revolutionary healing declaration is, "There is no disorder in this divine body temple." This statement refuses to acknowledge disease as having any legitimate authority over your perfect spiritual body. It treats illness as an illusion that must yield to spiritual truth rather than a reality that must be accepted. When you speak healing words with authority, you must declare them as spiritual facts rather than hopeful wishes. Your voice should carry the conviction of someone announcing established truth rather than someone pleading for possible change. The universe responds to commands spoken with certainty, not requests made with uncertainty. Henry Ford's legendary recovery from a severe stroke exemplifies the power of spoken declarations to overcome physical limitations. When doctors told Ford he would never walk or speak normally again, he refused to accept their diagnosis as final authority over his body. Instead of speaking about his limitations, Ford began declaring his complete recovery with unwavering conviction. Every day, he spoke directly to his paralyzed limbs, commanding them to function perfectly. He declared to his speech centers that they would operate flawlessly, despite medical predictions of permanent disability. Ford's consistent verbal commands to his body produced gradual but steady improvement. Within months, He had regained full mobility and clear speech, returning to active leadership of his company. Ford's recovery demonstrated that authoritative spoken words can override medical diagnoses and activate healing forces that exceed pharmaceutical intervention. His willingness to speak to his body, rather than about his condition, created the neural reprogramming necessary for complete restoration. The implementation of healing words requires specific timing and methodology for maximum effectiveness. Speak your healing declarations immediately upon waking, when your subconscious mind is most receptive to new programming. Your morning words set the healing tone for your entire day and activate recovery processes throughout your waking hours. Evening healing declarations before sleep allow your words to work in your subconscious throughout the night while your body performs its natural repair and regeneration functions. Speaking healing words as you drift off to sleep programs your cellular memory during the most restorative hours of your daily cycle. Visualization while speaking healing words amplifies their power exponentially. As you declare, "Every cell in my body is filled with divine light." Imagine brilliant white light flowing through every organ, tissue, and system. See your body glowing with perfect health and vitality as you speak your healing commands. The consistency of your healing word practice determines how quickly and completely your body responds to your spiritual instructions. Daily declarations create momentum that builds healing power over time. Sporadic affirmations produce sporadic results, while consistent verbal commands create consistent healing manifestations. Faith is not positive thinking or hopeful wishing. Faith is knowing that spiritual law governs your physical body, and that your words carry divine authority when spoken with conviction. When you speak healing words with true faith, you know that your body must obey because you understand the spiritual principles that govern matter. The power of healing words also includes the ability to reverse genetic predispositions and family health patterns. When you declare, "I am not subject to hereditary illness because I am governed by divine perfection," you break generational health curses and establish new patterns of vitality for yourself and future generations. Learning to speak blessings over your food transforms it into medicine for your body. Before eating, declare, "This food nourishes every cell and creates perfect health in my body." Your spoken blessing actually changes the molecular structure of your food and programs it to support optimal wellness rather than merely providing calories. When you declare healing words with unwavering authority, you must speak with absolute conviction. "Divine perfection manifests in my body now." This affirmation activates the healing power that flows through authoritative spiritual declarations. The placebo effect, which medical science acknowledges but cannot explain, is actually proof that belief and expectation can heal the body independent of medication. When patients improve from sugar pills because they believe they're receiving powerful medicine, it demonstrates that consciousness creates physical healing through faith rather than pharmaceutical intervention. But understanding healing words without speaking them changes nothing. Divine intelligence has revealed the secret of verbal healing, but you must choose to activate this power through consistent, authoritative declarations over your physical being. The era of word-based healing begins now. You must declare with absolute faith and unshakable conviction, "I am divinely healthy and perfectly whole. Every cell in my body responds to my spiritual authority and manifests divine perfection. I speak healing words, and my body obeys because it recognizes my divine dominion over all physical matter. Perfect health is my inheritance, complete wellness is my birthright, and supernatural vitality flows through my being because I am created in the image of divine perfection. My words heal, my faith restores, and my declarations create the radiant health that is mine by divine right."